Okay, everybody, today, first of all, happy Mother's Day to everyone. Mothers, all the mothers, happy Mother's Day to y'all, you know what I'm saying? Gotta say that, because without no mothers, there would be no others. So we got to appreciate the mothers. And for Mother's Day today, Big C, that's my name, I'm Shane. I'm putting together a little seafood platter. I got some lobster tails, some baby lobster tails, and I got some shrimp. And what I did right here is I cut the tails, so I can really get in there and give them some seasoning. And I got some head-on shrimp. Head-on shrimp is very good. A lot of people are afraid of head-on shrimp, but head-on shrimp is actually very good because the head-on, when you cook them, the seasoning stays in there, and so you really get that flavor. So what I'm doing, I'm actually going to put these on the grill. So what I just did the prep, and now I'm going to do the seasoning. We're going to season these up. Okay, so like I said, I am Big C, and it's seasoning time. And by the way, definitely subscribe to the channel. Big C-BX. I'm on Instagram, Big C 5000. You know what it is. And check out the, gonna have a Mother's Day episode of Stick Time the Podcast. So check that out as well. But anyway, seasoning. So what I do is, this is the dry seasoning. So for the dry seasoning, I'm going real simple with it. Lemon, pepper. I like to have some lemon flavor on my seafood. That lemon really gives it a nice flow to it. So lemon, pepper, a little bit of seafood seasoning. Just a little bit, and a little bit of my go-to when it comes to seasoning. Lowry's, a little seasoning salt, but just a little bit, because this is very salty. So you just want to put a little bit of that Lawry's on there, or Lowry's, whatever you want to call it, however you want to pronounce it. But you put a little bit of that on there. All right, and that's your dry seasoning. You know what I'm saying? So here we go. All right, so now we got our dry seasoning on these joints. Next up, we want to put a little bit of the wet seasoning on there. We want to get, we want to make them wet a little bit. Just a little bit. Because we're going to really season them with with the wetness on when they're on the grill. But what I do basically is I take some lemon, and what I want to do is I just want to squeeze some lemon, squeeze the lemon on there, yeah, squeeze the lemon on there. And that's what we want to do. That gives them some wetness, makes them some flavor. And then what I'm gonna do is I have some butter. And there you see, just a little bit of butter. I'm just gonna sprinkle it on there. And once I do that, I'm gonna let them marinate for about an hour or so in the refrigerator. And then I'm gonna get ready to put them on the grill. So there we go. Let's do it. Big C, you know what it is. Let's go. All right. So now I'm outside. The tails and the shrimp is seasoned. I added a few regular shrimp as well. So now I'm going to put this stuff on the grill. I got the grill set up. Spray a little Pam on the grill so my seafood won't stick. And I'm going to proceed. Put the lobster tails first on the grill. Okay. The lobster tails. Now this grill is, and then I'm gonna take the shrimp. So I'm just gonna move the lobster tails over a little bit. And I'm gonna put the shrimp, take these on, put them on there. I got a few head off and a few head ons. I
Like I said, I like the head-ons actually because the head-ons, they're kind of juicy, you know. And there we go. So we got that on there, and now I'm gonna sprinkle a little butter on them while they grill. I'm gonna turn this grill down a little bit because it's hot. I don't want them to overcook. Okay, this is what we're doing. Let's go. Okay, so we're ready for the last step. Like I said, I'm gonna wet these up while they're on the grill. I got my melted butter, got a little squeeze of lemon. What I'm gonna do is take some of this melted butter, just sprinkle it on there. Got a little garlic in there too. So I'm just gonna sprinkle this melted butter on there and then take a little squeeze of this lemon. Squeeze that on there, let them cook, and we done. Happy Mother's Day to you and yours. Big C. I'm out.
I'm so into you now. I wanna be more than a friend of you now. When they ask, I mention my baby girl in the interviews now. And I don't bring the problems from the 90s and the 2000s. There's no reason to have a friend or two now. Cause the kid's ready to tell you how he feel in a few vows. Maybe I speak in general now. But girl, I'ma do whatever just to keep a grin on you now. Where I go, they wear bikinis in the winter too now. What you think about lines on the skin of you now? Why wouldn't I wanna spin a few down? On fit fast shopping sprees and them